Now the next thing we're going to do is show other ways we can map our URLs. We have other ways to map our URLs. Now, one way is mapping it to our project URL, which is, we're going to be calling it the core URL file, which is the project URL file. Another way is to create a URL.py file manually in our app and then link that to our core URLs file using the include function. So I'm going to do that real quick. The first thing we're going to do is create a urls.py file manually in our app folder. So we're going to call it url.py. I'm going to save that. Now, I will then link this to the core URL file using the include function. So for it, I can just come in here and import from Django.urls. I'm going to import include, and I can include that app URLs into my Django project urls.py file. So we're going to clear out our about page and our home page and put them in our app's URLs instead of the Django URL. So how are we going to do that? We're going to say path. Now leaving this empty, as we know, is going to show this is the root. So if I put a name there, I have to do slash that name. Yeah. So I'm going to now say include. Remember, it's a function, and it's going to take the name of that app.urls. So my underscore app.urls. Then I can also give it a namespace. I'm going to call it my underscore app. And I'm going to save that. Whereas in my now, if we look at the bottom, or if we look at our terminal, we would see an error saying that we should set the app name attribute to the included module. So we can clear this by going to our urls.py file, and we're going to create the URLs. So we're going to go to urls.py. Let me close this. I'm going to exactly what is our Django project. So we're going to copy that from Django.urls, import path. I'm going to paste that here. We're also going to import our views. So I'm going to say from my app, import views. Then we're going to include the name of the app using the app name, variable. I'm going to call the name of the app in a string. That is my app. After we do that, we're going to create the URL patterns, which is a list. As we can see, the same way it is in our URL, our project urls.py file. I'm going to create this. So we have our URL patterns, right? Yes, our URL patterns, and it's equals to a list. Now we're going to create not just two paths that will be deleted in our project, that we cleared in our project URLs. We're going to create them in our app URLs. So I'm just going to say path the same way. So leaving it empty, remember, it shows the root URL. So views the index and the name, which is the and so we're going to create that for our about page. Call this the about and views dot about, and the name we use to call this URL is going to be about. So now If we go back to our browser and we reload the page, we can see we still have everything the same way it was. We do that for about, we still have everything the same way it was. We can go back to app our project URLs. If we put in, for instance, app slash, now we've changed the URL pattern. So if we reload this page, it will show us a page not found error because that part does no longer exist. So now what we have to, how can we get to our home page? We'll have to call the name. I hope you understand the name of that part. So now if we say app slash about, I'm going to get the about page. So I hope you understand that we've talked about views and different ways to map our URLs to our views. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video.